13. Zhu Fakuang Mount Qianqing. During the Jin dynasty, Zhu Fakuang was originally from a Yi family in Shapi that later relocated to Wuxing in the south. He lost his parents when he was a little boy. He was known for his filial piety to his foster mother. He farmed by himself to support his family that was in poverty. After the death of his mother, he followed the due courtesy for the funeral and served a 3-year mourning period. Thereupon, he joined the monastic order and respected Zhu Tanyan the Sramana as his teacher. The latter had great talent and virtue. Zhu Fakuang revered him deeply and diligently learned from him until he received full ordination. He observed the precepts strictly and stood out in the mass. His consistent deportment reflected his focus on the Buddhist cause and his noble quality. Once when Zhu Tanyan was critically ill, Zhu Fakuang prostrated and prayed to the Buddha for 7 days and nights. On the 7th day, he suddenly saw 5-colored light shine on Zhu Tanyan's door, and the latter felt someone was stroking him. He then recovered. Later, Zhu Fakuang said goodbye to his teacher and traveled many remote areas. During his voyages, he widely collected classics and important works. When he returned, he abided in a stone cave at Mount Qianqing. He believed that the Lotus Sutra was the essential of the 3 Buddhist vehicles and that the Sutra of the Immeasurable Lives was the bridge leading to the Pure Land. Thus, he constantly recited these 2 sutras. If an audience came, he would expound for them. When staying alone, he recited by himself. When Xian was the prefect of Wuxing, he visited the master to pay respect. Because the coach could not get to the master's place through the valleys and hills, Xian had to climb the mountain on foot to reach him. Emperor Jianwen of the Jin dynasty sent Ku Anyuan, the prefect of Tanji, to salute Zhu Fakuang and seek counsel on the appearance of the evil star as an unlucky astronomical sign, asking the master to make efforts to exterminate potential disasters. Zhu Fakuang responded to the imperial decree. In ancient times, Duke Jing of Song Kingdom did a great number of benevolences for the populace. The evil star still appeared. After your majesty succeeded to the throne, governance is clear and just, and society is stable and harmonious. However, the country's responsibilities lie on the shoulders of one person. There are a lot of duties to oversee. Your Majesty attends to a myriad of affairs daily. It is inevitable to have slips. Due to their national importance, every decision has great impact. A minor error may cause grave consequences. Thereupon, Your Majesty needs to apply meritorious governance to avoid any celestial punishment. I am merely a monk without insight, yet would do my best to support your Majesty. What I fear is that I do not have the capability. Thus, he set an assembly and practiced repentance ritual with his disciples. Shortly afterwards, the evil star disappeared. In the Xingning period during the Jin dynasty, Zhu Fakuang traveled eastwards to Shenayan, visited Dayu's tomb, and toured the scenic sites. Later, he came to Lake Jiyu at Mount Rui and planned to abide in this location that was far from worldly noise for cultivation. Shi Chao and Xie Qingshu also arrived. They built thatched cottages together on the lakeside. At that time, an epidemic swept through the east of the country. Zhu Fakuang used to learn the repentance ritual of compassion and was versed in benediction mantras, so he walked from village to village to save the populace in their misery. Afterwards, he arrived at Chongyuan Temple. When the villagers were in trouble, very often his prayers could help them. One who was able to see ghosts said, when Zhu Fakuang traveled, he had dozens of entourages of deities and ghosts to protect him. A monk by the name of Zhu Daolin cast a statue of Amitabha Buddha, and Zhu Fakuang led Buddhists to build a hall to house the statue. Purportedly, after the timbers were felled, they could not be shipped because the water was too shallow in the river due to drought. By reciting mantras, Zhu Fakuang made a flood rush in the riverbed. After Emperor Xiaowu of the Jin dynasty heard of his virtue and superpower, he requested the master's presence in the capital. He revered Zhu Fakuang as his teacher and settled him in Chang'an Temple. The master passed away in the first year of the Yuanxing period at the age of 76. Ji Yu Kaizi, one the advisor to the emperor, made a eulogy for him.